What a great and glorious time we live in here, brothers and sisters. This is a day and time when all of the prophecies of the world are being fulfilled. And we are blessed to be a witness of this great day and time and watch all of these prophecies come to pass. I'm your doctor, Dr. anihetep, he who scribes a prescription for the purification of your soul. And in this great day and time called Noontide Ray, we bring it forth to you Raynology. That's 1,080 degrees of understanding, 360 degrees of physical knowledge, 360 degrees of spiritual knowledge, and 360 degrees of mental knowledge, giving us a full clarification in this great day and time. And the title of today's class is called Raynology versus Humanism. Raynology versus Humanism. Part 2. Great Dr. Ray, back again, back in effect, people. That's right, in this great day and time called Noontide Ray. Noontide Ray. You follow that? Noontide Ray. This Noontide Ray energy is going to give us clarification in this great day and time, and we dealing with this humanoidism that we have been prescribing to for the last 9 to 10 generations. It's time to wake up from this crap and get back in tune with who we are. Get back in tune with that inner self so we can get some understanding in this great day and time. Alright? If you look at this Noontide Ray, for those of you that know about Egyptology, for lack of a better word, you'll see it right here that I'm in accordance with nature with this information. If you look at the N and that T and that R, and you see that Natir that's right here dropping this information on you. You follow that? Which is equal to nature. You follow that? This nature that we're dealing with today is the nature of self. That's the 99 elements that make up your physical composition. And that's the only thing we need to prescribe to outside our eyeballs. Don't let nobody tell you that it ain't so, because it is. If it wasn't, it wouldn't be. Alright, now let's walk. We're going to deal with this physical humanoidism. And I'm going to leave off where I left off last time, letting y'all know about doing. We're going to talk about doing in this class today, which is an acronym of DO, which I call divine order. Alright? We're going to deal with moving in divine order and moving with nature. Because that's what it took to get you here. It took your mama 9 months to make it possible for you to come here and do the damn thing. And that's divine order. As I covered before, this divine order that we're talking about is just doing something, taking action. Gotta take action in these days and times. No more talking. We all know we know how to talk. We figured that all out by the time we was 3 or 4. But we didn't know what to do. So we had to prescribe to some knowledge. You follow? And when we started prescribing to the knowledge, we started thinking about what we were doing. And once we started thinking about what we were doing, we started knowing what we were doing. Made you a knower. For becoming a knower based on this knowledge that had us thinking. And we started to know this knowledge. We started to do something with it. When you start doing something with these things, you become a doer. And that's a thinker, a knower, and a doer. Are you a thinker, a knower, or a doer? think you know what you're talking about, or do you know what you're talking about? And once you know what you're talking about, what you doing with it? Are you debating people with this information? Are you telling people what you think based on this information? Or why are you doing all three? But you have to do something for the self in this great day of time called Noon Tare. And we're going to deal with the self that they don't want you to know about, brothers and sisters. There's some beings out there that don't want you to know about who you are and what you are capable of doing. But thanks to Great Mother Ray, you're going to know exactly who you are in this great day of time, if I got anything to say about it, especially these children. And one of the main things I want to touch on is breaking down the sound clarification of who you are and who you are not. And based on this human, these external forces that are not you, that are not reflecting self and kind, they don't want you to, they only want you to identify with the human. Which when you look out your eyeballs and into the mirror, you see your human form. And this human form is being prescribed some false awarenesses that have nothing to do with the self. And that first thing is what? Mammals. Mammals. They make you think about the mammals and how they relate to you. But when we're talking about you, we're talking about self. We're talking about soul or ray, which is the dark sun, which is the dark light. Who you truly are. And they are repelling you against this. And they got you going towards this. The more internal you should go, they're going to do exactly the opposite and make you focus on less than that. And so they have got the human into thinking that he is a mammal. He's a warm-blooded creature that depends on oxygen in order to breathe. And the only way you can breathe is in through your nostrils and into your lungs. With another little story or another fact that they fail to tell you, brothers and sisters, is that you're just not breathing into your nose and out your mouth, but every pore in your body is breathing itself. So don't get alarmed if someone covers up your nose or your mouth and you say that you can't breathe, because you're breathing through every pore in your body. So they try to get you to identify with this mammal, because these external forces identify with these mammals. Some of these external forces mate with the mammals, but we're not going to even go there today. Well, we will touch on it a little bit, but not right now. But you have the human, which you become once you come out of the womb, because before that you are a water creature. You are more reptilian than you are mammal when you are in the womb of your mother. But they call you a human, and right from day one they make you identify with the mammals. And the mammals identify with the animals. And based on this external force doctrine that they try to get you to prescribe to, and that's everything dealing outside of the elemental nature force that holds your molecular structure together, you will see the animal in man, but you will not see the animal, or you will see the man in the animal, but you will not see the animal in man. Let me say that again. You will see the man in the animal, but you will not see the animal in the man. In other words, these people or these external forces got you keyed in on a human reality. And based on this human reality, they got you looking at the mammals. And they got you thinking that you are a mammal. This is a false awareness. This has nothing to do with self. You follow? Just focusing on the human in itself has nothing to do with the self. The human is your vessel. It's your spacesuit. But they have you identifying with the mammal. And they tell you that you do everything that the mammal do. And the mammal does everything that you do. And we both know that that's a bunch of horse shit. How do we know this is a bunch of horse shit, Dr. Ray? Well, to be honest with you, outside of Hollywood and Universal Studios, you won't see too many animals doing the same exact things that humans do. So that in itself is a false awareness. And to the day I can see a chimp come up here and drop some radiology on me, that is a false awareness. Recognize that. Now these mammals that they claim that you are linked to the animal kingdom. They're linked to the animal kingdom. And you're dealing with this human being that you are in. Self is in the human. Follow that? You say self is not. Self is not in the mammal. Self is not in the animal. But what this false awareness is doing, this false awareness is prescribing you to things like religion, American history, what I like to term Western science. And these three unholy trinities are lowering your vibrational frequency rate. Now don't think that everything started with you. Don't let your physical mind trick you into thinking that none of these tricks and deceptions started with the birth of your physical composition, because they did not. They go back many of generations, and this is a generational process that we are debunking or defunking or dispelling. You follow? So the awareness, the false awareness that we have been prescribed through the generations has lowered our vibrational frequency capacity from the cosmos to the astral, away from the spiritual, and now we are dealing with this human self. That is not the self. It is not the self. And so this human vibration that we are operating in has given us the prescription of religion, which, as we talked in the last class, religion or religion is a legion on your soul. This is a legion on your soul. It's a legion on your reality. It is giving you a false awareness. And it is raising, or it is lowering the human vibrational frequency rate.